coming up right now.
Jarrett, it's been an unusual campaign to say the least, but what are your thoughts on the season thus far for yourself and the team?
It's been pretty different this year. Obviously, no fans sometimes and not too many people in the building, but I think the guys are still playing good and we're still working hard, trying to get better every day.
What has been the approach for yourself and the rest of your teammates with this frequent start-stop where you don't know where you're going to play next? How has that been during the off time? How have you been dealing with that and staying in shape and whatnot?
I think we just got to take advantage of every game we play. There's teams that aren't playing at all, so we got to try to make our minutes count, more or less.
The Eagles were obviously an active team during the trading period. Forwards were highly sought after. I'm sure there were some teams calling on yourself. Did you have any impression as to whether or not you might go? How much of a relief was it to stay home in Cape Breton?
I wasn't too worried about it. I'm definitely glad to be staying here, though. Obviously, I'm from here, and that's where I like to end my career.
Fans will appreciate that as well. Now, doing some research for this interview, I don't even know if you know this exists. There's a very good clip of you scoring quite the goal in Pee Wee hockey, going around the D, a nice little backhand move. I'm not sure if you remember that, but in your earlier days, were these highlight reel goals something that happened frequently?
I don't know about frequently, but I do remember that one. Yeah, I was pretty young when I did that. Special goal.
Decent amount of views, too. I guess you probably plugged that to some friends of yours back in the day?
Yeah.
Another interesting thing, saw an interview when you were playing Major Midget, which would be now Major Under 18, saying you didn't describe yourself as a physical defenseman, which I think people would describe you as that in the Q. Is that an element of your game that's changed a lot, and what do you think caused that change?
I think it was just trying to get into the lineup every night. When you come into the league, you can't just be soft. You got to try to be tough. Playing against bigger and stronger guys, you're going from playing midget against 17-year-olds to 20-year-olds playing in the Q. You got to try to get stronger and bigger and be able to battle in the corners and win those pucks. So, yeah, I think I definitely flicked a little switch there.
And acknowledged being a nominee for Defensive Defenseman of the Year in the QMJHL last year. Tell us what that honor meant.
It was definitely an honor to be up there with two stud defensemen, I would say, from Jordan Spence and Adam McCormick, both elite defensemen in our league. So to be talked about in that company is always an honor for me.
You wear an A for this team, which has kind of taken on additional meaning because there is a really young defense core on this particular Eagles group, past yourself and Nathan LaRose especially. What does that mean to wear that letter, and how important is being a mentor to the younger players on this team?
I think it's definitely an honor to be seen as one of the leaders on the team. I want to try to help our young core get better every day and try to help them improve for when I'm gone so they can have a chance at a good cup run.
Full disclosure, I recorded this interview before Jarrett was named captain. Now I'm speaking with Jarrett just after he got tested for COVID-19. Jarrett, tell us what it means to be named captain of the Eagles.
It's obviously a huge honor. I'm very proud to wear the C. Yeah, it's pretty excited about it, honestly.
More exciting than the COVID test you just did?
Definitely.
You and Nathan LaRose take up two of the 20-year-old spots on this team and are obviously both defensemen that are offensively capable. Have you felt more pressure to create offense and maybe lead the rush now that some of the bigger offensive names are gone from this team in the second half?
No, I'd say I still trust the forwards we have, and I think they can get the job done. I don't want to go too far off in my game. I want to play solid defensively and then get the puck up to them and see what they can do with it. I don't think I got to change my style, and we're still a pretty good hockey team. We still got good players, so I wouldn't say I'm changing.
And we are seeing the team get a chance to come together. Obviously, last weekend didn't have a full lineup. You look back 5 years in the QMJHL, a year and a half in Cape Breton. What stands out from the time you got to play in your home area in Cape Breton?
It was awesome to get traded here. It was amazing when I would come home playing in Drummondville. It was always a good time. Had my family there and stuff, and I was always excited for that. But we'd only get one game a year in Cape. Getting to play half the season every year for the last 2 years, I guess, was an honor.
We talked a little bit about this already, but how do you think you've progressed in your time in the QMJHL?
I definitely became stronger and more capable defensively. And then I revamped my offensive game again, like last year. And my confidence went up with the puck and stuff like that. Now I try to do more on the other side of the puck too, not just defensively.
It's your last year in the QMJHL. You're a 20-year-old. Have you thought about next season? Have you had contact from pro teams and universities? I know it's not the usual climate that players are used to playing in at this point.
I'm just trying to focus on this season, really. I'll deal with that by the time we're done playing in the off-season or whatever. I'm not really worried about making decisions on that stuff yet. I just want to try to play the best I can and get wins for our team right now.
Well, fans will hope for that, and they'll hope that you get a lot more games, which we'll never know what's going to happen in a very unpredictable season. But fans have enjoyed what they've seen thus far. Best of luck the rest of the way. Jarrett, thanks for this.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Eagles defenseman Jarrett Baker joining us at the intermission. You're listening to McDonald Auto of Cape Breton Eagles Hockey, 1270 CJCB.